Finch with American Made Home Solutions. So many people don't take into fact market cycles. What is a market cycle? A market cycle simply refers to the high season, the low season, and everything in between, and it's historical data to determine what it looks like. It could be any market, okay? So it could be real estate market, it could be a sales market, it could be consumer spending market.
Bull market, bear market, you name the market, I'm there.
So oftentimes, market cycles can be predicted if you have enough data and you can follow it and track it. You'll find, which is oftentimes how they learn the best time to market a particular product, or the best time, like in real estate, you've heard, oh, the spring, summer is the best selling season because people move to get their kids located and settled before school starts. So they've determined that because of the data. So that's what a market cycle does, is it gives you the history and it simply records it, highs, lows, everything in between. When it does this, that information you can then use to make different choices or decisions. How does that affect real estate? For instance, you have a rental property. You wonder, everybody seems to be moving to this area. I wonder if I can get a really good price for this. But then if you don't get a good enough price, it actually is smarter for you to hold on to it longer, because if you knew where it was in the market cycle, maybe it's starting to go up and that's what you're seeing. So people are recognizing and the demand is there, but it's only starting to go up. So if you wait a little longer, you'll get more to the top of the market, right? And get the most value out of it. We also look at rental properties slightly different, because there's two things we're looking at on a rental property is our cash flow. Maybe you've rented it for this price at this market this whole time, but if your market's going up, why wouldn't you raise your rent? See?
That's actually pretty smart.
Sometimes it's not always about selling, it's about making market adjustments. And in doing so, you're able to capitalize on the market and keep your units full. And then as the market comes back down, you can offset that a little bit so that yours always stays full, unless you have a lease in place and things like that. I know a lot of people have talked about going to a straight month to month because of everything that happened with COVID, and it frightened them. So they just wanted to go month to month and not have to worry about it. But that's the other flip side of that, right? There's an opportunity there that you can capitalize on if you have that market knowledge.
Tell me how it works.
What happened in our particular market up in the Pacific Northwest, right before COVID, we were shifting. We were at the peak and we were shifting. We were slowly coming down. We were seeing longer hold times. We were no longer seeing multiple offers. We were seeing selling below list, things of that nature. So it was starting to crest and come down. And then COVID hit. And then because COVID hit, nobody who normally would have put their houses on the market in the spring did. They said, nope, we're waiting. And because everything got shut down in our state, there weren't any sales and it wasn't quite the same. It was craziness. So because there was no inventory, suddenly the prices, it kind of backpedaled a little bit, because those prices, maybe it didn't backpedal, maybe it just stopped the slide, maybe is the better way to say that. Now, the little bit of the inventory that was out there, I'm not kidding, it was crazy. We've had as little as 1.2 days of inventory. That's how little inventory we've had. And we've had all-time record lows of inventory available. And so because of that, people are still moving here. People still have work and things that are going on, and they still need housing. That's still taking place regardless of COVID. So they still needed to buy a place. They still need to get something done. So they just ended up having to pay more because now there's very little choice left in there. So keeping that in mind, now things are stabilizing, right? More inventory is coming back. So what's happening? It's still up there, but that slide isn't going to be stopped forever. It's going to keep sliding. So understanding your market cycle, either where you're going, if you're getting job transfer and things of that nature, or where you're wanting to possibly invest. For instance, I always say invest where you make sense, live where you want to, okay? So if it makes sense for you to maybe pick up some investment properties where near family, so that every time you go see your family, it's a write-off, well, that's a good thing, right? But watch the market, pay attention to it. So you're gonna wanna click on the link below to get our free special report on the 22 best ways to find high growth investment properties. That way you have the knowledge and information to make the best decision possible for you in your scenario. Until next time, bye for now.